Do you want to make a quick and easy ciabatta-style bread? Today, I bring you the perfect recipe, Tawny's Pio-Ori, a bread that takes us back to Georgia and its traditions. Although it's typically baked in a cylindrical clay oven, you can also achieve a crispy crust on the outside and a soft, fluffy interior at home. Using just 5 ingredients, you'll achieve a spectacular result. Stay until the end to learn the tricks I use at home to make this delicious bread. Choose your subtitles. Ingredients in the description. As with any dough, we'll start with the yeast. This time we're using fresh yeast, 3/4 ounce. You can also use dry yeast if you prefer. Just divide the amount by 2. Activate the yeast with a bit of the warm water we'll need for the recipe. 1 3/4 cups in total. Just enough to cover the yeast will do. Set the rest aside. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Meanwhile, measure out 4 cups of strong bread flour for a loaf. Make sure to use a large bowl. If you got a stand mixer, perfect. If not, well, today your arms get a little workout. The yeast is ready. Pour it over the flour, followed by the remaining water. Now it's safe to add the salt. 2 tablespoons will be enough. Start kneading the dough. About 10 minutes should do. Plenty of time to hit that subscribe button. That's the first kneading done. Let's add a tablespoon of olive oil, optional, but you'll love the flavor it adds. Turn up the speed and knead for 5 more minutes. The dough will be quite wet. Don't worry, it'll soon be easier to handle. Cover it and let it rest for an hour. We'll use a tablespoon of olive oil on our work surface, and make sure to oil your hands too. It'll make things much easier. Turn the dough out onto the surface. Lift and slap it down. Stretch it a bit, then fold and slap again. You don't need much force. Repeat the process, turning it 90 degrees with each fold. 3 or 4 rounds will do. Shape it gently into a ball and cover it again, this time for 30 minutes. Amazing how much it grows, isn't it? Remember to oil your hands a little and repeat the folding you just learned. Now the dough is smoother and silkier, much easier to handle. But we still need to repeat this process 2 or 3 more times every 30 minutes to get that beautiful open crumb typical of a ciabatta. In the meantime, you can check out my other recipes where I use this bread, or leave me a comment telling me how you plan to use yours. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. We've stretched and rested the dough for 3 hours now. Our delicious bread is almost ready. Let's shape it a bit, being careful not to handle it too much, and place it on a baking tray. Brush a little more olive oil on top so it doesn't dry out during the final rise. Now, gently press the dough with your fingertips to stretch it slightly and shape it. This also helps keep it from puffing up too much in the oven. For this last rise, let it rest for about 45 to 60 minutes. You'll see your fingerprints disappear as the dough relaxes. Let's bake it in a preheated oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Place a cup of water inside the oven. The steam will give you a crispier crust. Bake your bread for about 18-20 minutes. Adjust to your taste. I like mine nicely golden. When it's done, place it on a rack and let it cool for at least 15 minutes. So the crust can set. I know, that's the hardest part. After that long quarter hour, you're ready to try your fresh Tawny's Pio-Ori. Those air bubbles inside are just beautiful. Try it with a little butter and Venetian salt. I'll leave a link in the description so you can make it yourself. And in return, I'll only ask for one thing: leave a like. I'll see you next week with another dish. Thanks for watching.